Oh, yeah. Malibu's Most Valorous. Anybody remember that movie? I may be white, but my neck is red. I spread misinformation on the interweb. You know, I kind of miss the early 2000s. Yeah, Malibu's Most Wanted reference. But yeah, so here's the thing with the state terrorism shit is that there's no valor to being a state sanctioned criminal, right? There's no such thing as bravery to a state terrorist. Being like showing up to voluntarily be a state terrorist is the opposite of bravery. It's like proving you're a coward. So there's no valor to being a military child molester or any other type of state sanctioned child molester. So, like for me, what's weird about it is, first of all, I don't know why anybody would brag about it in the first place. Second of all, I don't know why anybody would like lie about it, either being in the military or whatever in the first place, or what they experienced in the military. It's like it's not. I don't know why anybody. It's like I don't know. Humans are just psychotic, but that's going around with the fucking. I don't even. It's like Malibu Fit or something, right? I don't remember. I've seen a couple of videos. It's like most of this shit. They're like, it seems like it's motherfuckers are really just desperate for controversial shit. And it's like, it would be nice if motherfuckers could make some videos just on, actual interesting. Like, could lifting ever be about training and like nutrition anymore? Like, all right, it's kind of funny. It's like, why is this fat fuck trying to tell me how to lose weight? I mean, never mind the fact that, you know, I do cuts all the time. It's just, excuse me that I'm just so fat that you couldn't tell, right? But like, all the time I'll, spend a few months and I lose like 50 pounds or whatever. I'm trying not to get too fat by my standards. But yeah, I mean, like, it is funny, right? But it's like, could it like in there? But it's like motherfuckers are desperate for like some Epstein shit, and like they're just, you know, like, some guy that was in the military, he had the improvised ethanol device. He was drunk and fell down, but he wanted to not seem lame or like whatever. Insecurity abounds, dude. Lifting is like nothing but insecurity. And yeah, I guess it's dumb, but at the same time, it's like, dude, like what? What's like? I love how humans will pick these artificial stratifications as the basis to excuse them just being as vicious as possible. And you see how Greg dipshit and a bunch of these military type terrorists, they think they're like the good military guy, or it's like that's not a thing. But like now, this is the guy that they could just talk shit on and be like, "Fuck you," and like nothing the dude says is good enough. Which is why, if you ask me, the guy shouldn't apologize. Don't ever apologize. All right, they don't, because this stupid apology shit. It's never like they just want you to admit that you're sorry or whatever. They want to have control over you, right? So any other time they cancel motherfuckers on some feminist shit or whatever, as you can see, you know the fucking statist fucking cowards, they shriek and bitch the exact same as feminists, because I mean frankly they are. But you notice you give the fucking apology and then that's still not good enough. So I would just say don't ever bother, because it's never really about, it's not like they want closure. Oh, just admit. I mean, for me, it's good enough. Or it's like, okay, whatever. I mean, it's like up until about the mid 2000s, I'd say I'll give you a pass till further information. I mean, past the mid 2000s, I mean, you should fucking know better. I mean, the internet exists, right? So it's not like you don't know what the shit's really about. You can't see all what they do, all the war crimes and their fucking PMC shit and all this stuff. There's no way you don't know what that's about at this point. So, like, you don't have an excuse now. But up until, like, mid 2000s, and especially the fucking patriotism shit, of the early 2000s, like I said, I mean, unless you start sucking the dick of the state, then I mean, that's the proof you're a criminal. But if you just admit that you got duped, it's like, all right, fair enough. But the guy, like, honestly, I'd more be willing to side with that guy on this, because I mean, dude, everybody's like lifting just to cope with being a loser, frankly. I mean, honestly, the dude comes off like a fruitcake. No offense, but I mean, hey, don't ask, don't tell her, fucking whatever. But, which, dude, the military's fucking head to toe full of fags, you know, brass in the ass. But I think it's silly what you see these humans latch onto. And like, it's like, there's no such thing as stolen valor. You can't, like, there's nothing valorous to being a statist. So it's just such, like, the thing that's always just the most astonishing to me is just the begging the question that takes place, right? Just all this presumption up front of the state having any validity in this and that. It's like I made a post about Dr. Kike, Dr. Kike Obar or whatever. Um, that's why he pronounced it like that in the video. Oh, I'm a Jew, I get to say Kike. But until he admits to being a racist, fuck him. But, people talking about, I say people colloquially, by the way, humans aren't people, but whatever, just to get the thoughts out. People talk all the time about, Dr. Mike's fucking being a fake doctor, this or that. And as I said, it's like all doctors are fake doctors. They paid someone else to just say that they were a doctor, right? But as I said in that one post I made, it's like, how come I don't ever see anybody make any sort of fucking comment pointing out how the state has never demonstrated on a valid basis that it has any real authority, right? Dr. Mike, like, they will fucking analyze his stupid fucking PhD thesis, to the fucking letter. I don't see any scrutiny of the state at all. Like I said, begging the question again. Remember, it's statist bullshit in the first place. Like, I've been watching Vegan Gains clips, Vegan No Gains, good old Dickard finally admitting to being on steroids for a minimum the last 5 years. Like, reacting to Frank Tufano. And, like, they've done this to him in the past and all that shit. They'll, like, report him for blah, blah. But as I say, it's like, what do you want to, like, report his, like, business and, like, this and that? Because you running to the state just to troll him is like essentially like validating the state, right? So you're playing into the paradigm. So you're just making it seem like it has validity. You're reinforcing it. And as I point out, it's like vegans, like, that should be the opposite of what they do, because remember, it's the state that subsidizes all these, the animal torture, or like whatever that they want to call it. So it's like it's antithetical to their own goals. But again, vegans don't actually give a fuck about animals or this or that. But I mean, that's what I'm saying, dude. It's all bullshit. It's all bull. I don't give a fuck if this guy pretended, you know, as I said, on one of the great, the great dipshit. I guess it's the most recent one. Uh, I don't give a fuck if these retards actually get their fucking feet and hands blown the fuck off. Fuck them. It's like, serves you right for all, you helping to reinforce the state's existence and then basically co-signing all the war crimes and terrorism shit the U.S. military has been doing since its inception. All right. Now remember, if an innocent victim got murdered by a state criminal, they would get told, serves you right. But if a motherfucker actually deserved what they experienced, that's when motherfuckers, they all of a sudden they turn into fucking Kyle's mom on South Park. They're like, wah, wah, wah. You know what I mean? Humans always want to talk about karma and, fucking this and that bullshit till it actually happens, right? It's like anytime a, mass morality event facilitator shows up, that's when they want to shriek and bitch, right? But, when you're fucking persecuting them to death and ruining their fucking life, that's all totally A-okay. I really don't feel sorry for none of you criminals. So, my point is, like, why steal, like, how you, first of all, like, all right, they're not valorous in the first place, so there's no valor to steal. but let's just take it for granted, the claim that there's valor to this shit. Why would you want to? Why would you want to be associated with that, right? It's like rappers compare, like what was the one fucking Tyler the Creator song, talking like you see that a lot. They like compare themselves to Jeffrey Dahmer. I even see fags compare themselves to Jeffrey Dahmer. It's like, like the hip hop guy. It's like, oh, so you're like a gay pedophile that like tortures 15-year-old boys to death and like cuts them up or something. Oh, it's horrorcore, and yes, it is Tyler. By the way, yes, it is horrorcore. All right, get over it, or just stay mad, I guess. But it's like, why the fuck would you compare yourself to that? Like, it makes you a badass, right? Like, I don't know. Humans are just mentally ill, right? And of course, projection. Their victim has to be the one, right? But everything you see around you, the state, terrorism, shit, this, that. I bring it up because, it's part of the lifting stuff, and maybe I should avoid these topics even to the extent they relate to lifting. So I really just want to stay purely on lifting shit. So yeah, maybe I shouldn't even talk about shit to this extent, mostly just because I just don't even want to think about it. But yeah, I don't know why anybody would want to even brag, like pretend to be that, like it was something to aspire to. It's like all these rappers pretending to be like fucking big time drug dealers, Wes Watson pretend to be a shot caller and like all this crap. But then Greg Dipshit, again, the sensationalism, they have to pretend it's something it's not. Just like with Wes Watson wanting to comment on his wife or girlfriend or whatever being 21, like that matters at all. Oh, she's half his age. Okay, so what? Right? They're adults. What does it matter? You know? Same deal. Greg Dipshit wants to pretend like because he had some shitty supplement deal or like whatever the fuck, that constitutes a crime. Because the way the laws are now is that just lying about being in the military or what you experienced in the military is not a crime. It's only a crime to try to get benefits on that basis. Basically, they treat it like welfare fraud. Well, Greg Dipshit is trying to pretend that him saying he had an IDE in the face or whatever on his Instagram 10 years ago and like now having a supplement deal constitutes that. It's like, you bitch motherfuckers know that's not what it really is. All right. And that's the shit I get tired of. It's like, imagine bragging about being in the military or pretending that you were, like it's something to aspire to. But then imagine making shit up like that, right? It's like I said, just child molesters on all sides. I'm just so tired of the fucking Chomo-verse, fucking prison reality. I can't wait for Wes Watson to go back to prison. That'd be funny. You know? Because, like, he's talked about shit in older videos that I actually saw somebody in the comments on one video about him saying, like, multiple groups have basically said once he's back in prison, he's done. And they even have like a mutual agreement that they won't beef with each other if one of them gets them first over the other or something. But like the Malibu is most valorous. Y'all need to just shut the fuck up. All right. Cause like all the shit in this world that you could be making 1,000 fucking videos about, and you just don't on fucking purpose. Fuck you.